Hello, this is Terry. Welcome to another episode of my podcast Stars and Cars Chronicles by Amethyst Astro Tarot. But it's a shared recording one with my YouTube channel, Amethyst Astro Tarot. I hope that everyone is doing well. Uh, I have been just cut with a call and I was making a recording and all my recording gone with that beautiful spam call that has been made. I was thinking that I put my phone voice down, but it turns out that it was actually, but I don't know how that call came in the middle of the recording. Wonderful. Anyway, so having said the ranting of a bit, and I can start. This video would be, I mean, this recording would be about the sun in Taurus. And as the Taurus season is approaching, and we will be saying bye-bye to the Aries season very soon on the 19th of April. So let me first share the screen related to the calendar of the Taurus season. As we can see, I always make every time sun moves into a new sign a small calendar related with the astrological events. So now we are in April. Today is 17th of April, but the April 19th, the sun will move into Taurus at 3 o'clock UK time. These are all the UK times as I'm located in UK, and which I will be like exploring more the sun in Taurus in in a second with the ingress chart. And April 21st, there would be the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus. Since it's the start of a new cycle, especially in the planetary cycles, it is important to point that out because generally, I will explain it more in the video, but generally Jupiter-Uranus has a cycle of around 14 years. So actually we are thinking that the last conjunction, which was both in Aries, the first degrees of the 0 degree of Aries and the last degrees of Pisces, is would be officially over and the new cycle will start. So in this regard, we will have to look into the details of what happened in that 14-year cycle and then what are we prone to now with the opening of this cycle. And then we will have like every month we left the first part of the eclipse period of the year behind, and we will have a full moon in Scorpio, April 24th and April 25th. Some people, I don't know how you experience the Mercury retrograde period between the 1st of April and 25th of April. You can always comment about that. Mercury will, the retrograde period will, I mean, like officially finish, but I always say that like the pressure of period is like the trailers in the Mercury retrograde period is like the movie itself, and the post shadow, which will start on the April 25th, would be like the, after the chit chat, the critics of the and the aftermath of the movies. So we will see how the period felt and how the aftermath of that period will feel and finally settle down and go away. And April 29th, Venus will start its journey in Taurus, which will be going back home as the Venus is the um, traditional ruler of the sign of Taurus. And April 30th, it's the same for Mars, so we'll go into Aries, and so it will go home as well. And May the 2nd, Pluto will station retrograde in the sign of Aquarius, and it will be, I think, around 162 days. It will go until October as far as I remember the dates. And the important thing is that when again as a retrograde period, we have to all consider what we have to re-examine. I mean, re period. I mean, like, because Pluto can be about the power, change, transformation. Also, sometimes it's about the intensification of things, and also it's about also sometimes death, not necessarily physical death, but it's like, yeah, that like putting into an end, and sometimes it's like the dissolution, and in a way it's like you just completely put things down. It's like it can be the taboos, but it can be like a complete structure you put down, and then you put down because you would like to restructure. You want to make something new. You first you have to make something dead so that it can resurrect in a way that kind of sense. And when it is in Aquarius, of course, we are talking about things that can be more in an unconventional way or unorthodox way, but also there is the Aquarius, the collective part. I mean, like that is that is really related with the society, and then being humane and everything. So we have to all consider this and then see how the retrograde moves in our charts and what kind of reconsiderations we need to make. But I will go more into detail when the time comes. And on the 8th of May, there will be a new moon in Taurus. And May 13, as I said, our chit chat, and after the movie period of Mercury retrograde also will come to an end finally. So by that time, May 15, Mercury will start its journey in Taurus. The thing about this, I mean, like, since Mercury, because of the retrograde period and everything, stayed for a very long time in areas, especially in terms of our uh, communication, the way that we communicate, and the way that we maybe relay our ideas, or the way that we think, how our mindset is, what is related with the Mercury in general, will really, in terms of, I mean, like, will have a really grand shift, because it will come from, it's like the sun moving, I mean, but Mercury stayed much longer in that sense. It's like there would be a shift from areas, like it can be like starting things and like putting out lots of ideas, and then thoughts, and then like at a point retrograde, maybe there could have been scattering in the terms of the communication and everything. And then with the Taurus, it can be the case that it's time, like, okay, let's slow down. What do we have in the end? Let's find a way to hold on to some of them, and then give a good ground to them, and then make it stable, so that they can serve us maybe in a better way. So I will also talk about it more. And May 20th, Sun will start its journey in Gemini, and this is the general what is going to happen in the Taurus season between 19th of April and 20th of May 2024. I will stop sharing at the moment. And as I said, I mean, as we can see, there are quite shifts from uh, I mean, like that, especially Venus and Mars going to their natural homes for a while. That can be important, and I think there can be a kind of um, feeling of uh, maybe slow, not really slowing down, but I think in a way soothing can be. So I will go to the now share the ingress chart. So this is the Sun in Taurus. So we are talking about 19th of April at 3 o'clock. As I said, these charts, as they are transits, like that moment of the sky, they like when we look at the sky, okay, that's it. I mean, like from the Earth position, of course, it's like what's going on, and this is this, this is that, etc. But at the same time, it's the time that new babies are born. So this belongs to this. Hopefully, will belong to lots of babies, and especially in UK around this area, they will have a chart like this. So we have to be mindful about it, as I always say. So as I said, I mean, this is in Sun in Taurus. When we look at the big three, Sun in Taurus, Moon in Virgo, and the rising sign is also Virgo in this chart. So also with Jupiter being in Taurus as well, we can see that there is already this kind of earthy, there's practical, but also there is this grounding, stable, and that kind of energy that is going on at the beginning of the season. It's a bit different from the all the, fire, the more fiery energy with the Aries season that started. Also leaving all the solar eclipse and soon Mercury retrograde period, etc. behind. Probably will have a different impact in the season as well. So Sun in Taurus, Taurus is a fixed sign, and also it's a earth sign, as I said, and it's ruled by Venus. Of course, in this chart, Venus is in Aries. So like it's a lot of about values. Sometimes it can be possessions, it can be mostly physical possessions, but it's like I think also knowing about the value of things really well. Sometimes, of course, it can go to the side of like too much owning things, but it is, I think, at the end of the day, out of love that comes with the Venus in that sense. Sun because it's about our identity, it's about our power, how our express ourselves, and also it's the solar energy, how we shine, and then like the mighty sun, how it gets this all the energy and then the power out of it. So in that sense, as I said, yeah, that fixed sign that can be, and Venus about being about values and the possessions and everything. But there is also, of course, with the also there is sometimes, like not in every situation we need to hold on what we have, but sometimes it's good to keep things as they are, in a way, preserve them. In that sense, it can be nice, this kind of preservation. And also, I think with the Taurus, there is this, uh, always kind of routines. There are things that being used to, and then you go around that clock, and sometimes sudden changes might not be the best. It's like they may not be ready for sudden changes. As it's a fixed sign, the reasons why the change has to be done, if it's given in a way, then it is possible that um, they will be convinced, but otherwise there can be a period of being stubborn, not changing things, because the way they think that the way that it is, it can be better like that. But since uh, if the good reasoning is given, why not? No, nothing stays as it is. And also, of course, there is a with the Taurus, when we think about it, there is all this uh, strong connection with Earth, nature. So I think they may be, I mean, like people that appreciate the what comes from the nature and Earth, the soil. I mean, that's also. I mean, I think they appreciate also good food, good cooking, good ingredients, and everything related with that. And I think stable structure. And I think the one of the nicest things with the Taurus, even it looks like sometimes it looks like the bull. I mean, like going very slowly, etc. Of course, I mean the bull can be also like if they get, I mean, like showing the bull the red and everything. If it comes to that point, it can explode. But I think you have to try really hard for that. But changing the thing of the bull, it's like. Um, Maybe things don't happen very fast uh, from the Taurus perspective, but actually they are doing things slowly but in a very grounded way. So that at the end of the day, when they put the bricks, maybe it's not like tuk 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 tuk, maybe it's going tuk tuk tuk, but at the end of the day, that structure that is built there can be very solid and stable and very trustable at the end of the day. So I think that's what I can say in Sun in Taurus and the feeling of Taurus in general. And as I said, I mean the both rising and moon are in the sign of Virgo, again Earth, again about the practicality, about the stability, and all those kind of things. And in that sense, I mean, Virgo is known to be more like on the perfectionist side, and also, but it's about also healing, and also it's about the service and being analytical, uh, being organized, and sometimes overthinking, of course, but that's life. So I mean, in I think expressing the emotions, there is a more like uh, seeing things from the more practical side, and like it's of course it's a bit hard. No, you are practical, and how do you express your feelings in that sense? But I think maybe that practical or perfectionist um qualities that are the things that give the people the sense of security, or the sense of safety that they have been looking for. And that's the way that, I mean, like when serving things, I mean, serving people and doing things um, for people, maybe not saying words or maybe not giving hugs, but just giving things. It's a kind of expression of our uh, inner world to the other people. I mean, there are different ways of expressing, how we feel. It shouldn't be always like I mean, tears, laughs, and this. There can be more practical ways of doing that. And it's the same for when we are talking about the rising sign. It would be the same how we approach life. I mean, we want that, I mean, things are like getting done in a certain way. Of course, there is something very ritualistic about um, Virgo as well. So it's like, in a way, we would like to, we may have a view of life in a more, um, at the end of the day, it's like more analytical and methodical way of doing things as well. So that can be the general energy. And also we have to keep in mind that the Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and that Mercury would be still retrograde in this chart. So I mean, for a natal chart, it can be, it's like when Mercury retrograde, it retrograde planets in natal charts give more inner versions of the planets. I mean, like sometimes uh, maybe this Mercury will think in a much different way than a Mercury that is direct, or that it can be the case that when the people with Mercury retrograde in their natal charts, they may decide to think twice before they put their ideas or words out. So it's a more controlled Mercury in that sense. I mean, like I think maybe less speedy, maybe sometimes even less communicative. I mean, like it's like keeping things more inside before putting them out. That kind of expression can be. As I said, I mean that in general we have a Earth, this grounded energy on this chart. Of course, we still have Venus and Mercury as the in fire signs, and we have the midheaven in Gemini, again ruled by Mercury, and so that is one thing. Of course, in this chart we have this part more. It's the first, second, third quarter part is more common, but since it's I mean, UK chart, in another chart, things can change, so I wouldn't make much comment on that one. And we have also two planets in water signs. Again, we have the Mars in Pisces and Saturn in Pisces as well. And that's the general, I think, energy. And in terms of modality, also we have we have, of course, some fix, but I think we are more on the mutable side part. I mean, so it means that, I mean, there is much more tendency for flexibility, adaptability if we need to, I mean, adapt our situation to different um, things. I mean, so we can be more, I think, on the side of doing things like that. And I mean, like in terms of cardinal, and I think the um, fixed signs are fixed cardinal. They are more or less the same. I mean, they are much less compared to the mutable signs. In that sense, I mean, maybe we should at least looking at the general energy, we should make more effort and maybe to keep things as they are in some situations, and maybe take the lead of things and trying to more proactive in that sense. But that's the general situation in this chart, and I really feel that. And also we see that like Jupiter Uranus conjunction is nearly there. There's like it will happen in 21 degrees 49 minutes, so there are kind of minutes. Of course, it would be still more than a day, but kind of minutes, kind of in terms of the way that the planets move. They would be minutes away from the big conjunction moment on the 21st of April for, of course, UK. I know that I think in other parts of the world it would be already in the 20th of April happening. I will be talking about this very soon. So I think that will be all that I will be saying. I feel that, I mean, it can be a much maybe slower and soothing and nice grounding energy that will come along with the Taurus season. And taking this opportunity, I would like to wish happy birthday and happy solar returns to all the people with the sun in Taurus. And it's a good period to remind that, to have our solar returns and yearly charts looked at. So if you need any help with that in terms of professional look, you can always contact me. My links are in my profile, and you can always head to amethystastro.com, or you can contact me through the Instagram or other accounts. And that's it. So have a lovely day. My voice is going. Yeah. Sun also Taurus is about, the throat and everything. So it's about voice, giving our voice out in a nice way. All the best. Bye bye.